What's some other gold nuggets you can share? And you might not know them as gold nuggets, but like the 10 hours a week, that's a gold nugget for me.
Is it? Yeah. Yeah.
What about things you've learnt from others that you think about often that in business you go, yep, I like that, or that's been imparted on me and I try to impart on others?
Yep.
Give me a couple.
Other than what I've already said, a lot of my day-to-day comes from, like I said, what Dad's taught in the past, and just watching and learning. So, like, I think the biggest gold nugget that you can think is to not think that you're doing everything the best way you possibly can. Like, no one can really ever say that, Scully. I hear it all the time, but the constant improvement on things. And like, for example, like when I first came into Paywise, I knew nothing about IT and didn't know how important it was. And I still don't know a hell of a lot, but I'm constantly reading and learning about everything to do with IT. So I can have a conversation about IT and learn how to grow that particular part of the business, or give Mike the tools that he needs to grow that particular part of the business. So just constantly thinking of ways to get better, which comes pretty naturally to someone like you, mate, is just having that in your mindset. You're not doing everything the best way you can, ever. You might think you are, but you're usually probably not.
What about hard conversations and hard decisions?
Yep.
It sounds dumb coming out of my mouth, but do you find them difficult, or is that something that you enjoy about the job? I'm sure you've hired and fired people. You've had conversations.
Can I tell you, I've never fired anyone in my life.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Yep. And that's probably frowned upon in a way.
Probably.
No, it certainly is. But what we do, and my mindset is that you set a level, right? So you've got this group full of people on the bus, and you set this level, this expectation of what you want to do, how you want to go about it. A leadership code, and our leadership code has some really, really clear standards that we expect, and all the leaders have got it on their desk, right? So the leaders are expected to, stand by that code, and they do. They do a fantastic job at doing that, and what it does, it filters through the rest of the business going. So what we do is we set this standard, right? And if the standard isn't met in terms of, negative talk, undermining, those sorts of poor traits, if we hear that stuff, we stamp it out. And people, what they do is that if they can't keep up with the pace, or they can't keep up with the code and the way that we go about it, they drop off.
They leave.
They're like a fish out of water in our business. So we don't have, choice of better words, we have a no dickhead policy, but we actually have a no dickhead policy. We're very, very fortunate where getting back to our recruitment, the mistakes I made in the past, we may have had some in the past. Like when I first came on, I hired guns, high achievers, but now we're hiring people who are genuinely good people that want to be on that bus and fulfilling that leadership code.
That was just a little teaser of our full episode. They're out Wednesdays on YouTube, and you can listen to them wherever you get your podcast. Go on, get out of here.